Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wieland Plan Commission for Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. Please stand for the pledge. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Riles.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer.
Here.
Commissioner Casper.
Present.
Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Smart.
Here.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Ms. Nyes, any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
All right, and I don't think we have any citizens' concerns and comments.
Nope.
Yeah, we also have no consent items, so we'll move right into docket PSPMIN 25-0008, request for minor site plan approval to construct an outdoor storage shed for Wieland Metals. Did I get that one right? Okay. At 707 Northgate Parkway. Marcy.
Sure, yeah. Oh, this says Northgate Road, sorry. Okay, well, this one's pretty straightforward, so minor site plan. The two conditions that are on here are related to them getting a fire permit and engineering permit. But besides that, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If the petitioner wants to come up, we have.
Whoever wants to talk, come on up.
Yeah, everything you've provided is in the presentation.
Right.
I think there's a mouse up there, or you could just tell me what slide you want me to show.
Yeah, I think it's straightforward. I can give you a brief presentation.
Okay, I'll just move through them if you want.
Just state your name and business address for the record,
Yeah,
please.
Chuck Reister, Grundon Reister Architects, 20 North Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, 60606.
Thank you. All right, so tell us about the project.
So we have the owner here, and we have the civil engineer here. If there's any questions.
Okay.
The proposed new 3,445 square foot exterior shed is situated on the east side of 567 Northgate Parkway building in Wieland, Illinois. The truck traffic on the east side of the building and exterior lighting will not be affected by the exterior storage shed. There will be no signage on the building. The floor plan of the exterior storage shed consists of coil storage with a sliding door at the north end of the structure and open storage to protect the wood shipping pallets to the south. The building is one-story rectangular in plan, and metal siding will match the 567 North Gateway Parkway building. The roof will be architectural standing seam roof with similar color to the siding. The shed will have a concrete slab-on-grade, steel columns, beams, and purlins to preserve the structural integrity of the building. The retention pond, the surrounding area, storm sewer, and fire hydrant will be adjusted by code to accommodate the shed. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Could I just clarify the address so we get this in the system right? I think the
I-
application said 707. I think there's a couple addresses there.
Yeah, I think the building we're talking about, the north building, is 567.
Okay, so I'll put it under 567, because when you come for your permit, you'll put it under 567, right?
I would think that would be the
567?
higher number. Yeah.
707,
Yeah,
okay, so
'cause
keep the 707.
The business address is 567.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so keep it under 707? Okay, got it,
My mistake.
no problem.
Okay, so let's see if we have any questions. Commissioner Heiken.
I just had, you're just storing pallets?
Would we have these, they have these wood shipping pallets.
Yeah.
They look like boxes. And they like to reuse them, and they're sitting outside right now, and they want to protect them. They ship, copper tubing and stuff like that back and forth between companies, and they want to protect them.
Okay, and then what about lighting? Are you putting additional lighting on?
I don't believe so there's any lighting.
Okay, that's all I have, thank you. That's all I have.
Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, that was my question, it's just the pallets that are currently being
pallets,
stored
and then-
outside that are going to
Yep.
be inside.
Yep. Just
Okay,
protect
and
them
part of
so they
this
can
is in,
reuse them. They're
part of this
expensive.
is in floodplain, so you need approval,
Yep.
a permit.
Yep, engineering, yep.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
The enclosed section of the storage shed What are you
It's going to be
planning?
coils, steel coils or copper coils in there.
And then you'll be able to access that
There'll be
with
a
like a
sliding door.
forklift or
I'm sorry?
a forklift?
Yeah.
Unload and load in
Yeah,
there?
and the same thing with the wood pallets too.
I see. And you don't anticipate any problems with MWRD?
No,
Okay,
we've done our studies already and we think we're fine.
great. That's all I have, thanks.
And we
Thank you.
send calculations to the city, so I think, yeah.
Commissioner Casper,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have no questions.
Commissioner Meyer,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No questions.
and Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also have no questions. Thank you.
All right, and it's the same with me. I really didn't see anything of question. If there are no other questions, the conditions, you want to read them?
Sure. Number 1, small here. Sprinkler coverage for the new outdoor storage shed shall be provided in accordance with the village's adopted fire code. A separate permit application for the sprinkler system must be submitted to the Fire Prevention Bureau concurrently with the building permit application. And number 2, an engineering permit through the Public Works Engineering Division shall be required.
That's understood? Okay.
Understood.
Any other questions? How about a motion then?
So moved.
Second.
Heiken and Meyer.
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes?
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll send you a letter tomorrow
Yep.
with the approval. I'm assuming you have to work out the stormwater stuff.
Yeah, we have to do that, and then we have to do the construction documents, and then we'll.
Yeah, so, and then you can, you'll need a building permit, and then an engineering permit, and then the fire.
Yeah, that'll be a separate permit from the
Yeah.
fire subcontractor.
Yep.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have a public hearing that was opened at our last meeting and continued to tonight. Request for special use to permit operation of a private therapeutic special education school for Inspired Learners Academy, 350 East Dundee Road. Marcy, anything?
I've just noted, and for the record, this unit has now been addressed as 410 East Dundee Road. Sorry, it's not on this front slide, but in the narrative, it says to be addressed as 410 East Dundee. There are about 6 conditions that staff has recommended. Again, this is for a school, and schools do require special use approval. So this will be recommended by the Plan Commission and then move on to the Village Board for final approval. One thing I did want to point out, and it is in the conditions, is that anything where, like the outdoor playground and anything with like the drop-off and pickup area, that all will require them to come back to get an approval for, so that it's in the conditions. So I can read those at the end.
You want, well, go ahead. and
Oh,
the
read them now?
conditions
Okay,
in
I'll
case
read them now.
It might raise questions.
Okay, number 1, the special use is limited to private therapeutic school for children with autism and related developmental needs as described in the petitioner's submittal. Number 2, a Wheeling business license application must be submitted to the Community Development Department prior to any village board action of the special use. Number 3, all school services and operations shall occur inside the building. Any outdoor operations, including but not limited to outdoor therapy, play, or exercise, shall not be permitted until the petitioner obtains minor site plan and appearance approval from the Plan Commission for any outdoor improvements or activities, including the playground and designated school drop-off pickup zones. Number 4, any on-site or catered food service is prohibited. If food service is proposed in the future, a fully compliant commercial kitchen will be required and subject to village review and approval. Number 5, any significant modifications to the approved use, operations, or site layout shall first require Plan Commission review and approval. And number 6, A sign permit shall be obtained from the Community Development Department for any exterior signage prior to installation. So a lot of these are just our standard.
Yeah. So as I understand it, we're only considering if this special use is a good fit for
Yes.
this location. Because we're not getting into a lot of details that are yet to come.
Right, it's the use. And so we also have, if you didn't catch it, the location of the unit within the building. So this is the building at 350 East Dundee, the large building, the north is to the top. So Inspired Learners is going to take up like the south third of the building. And this doesn't have the rest of the site, it's just the building.
Right.
Someone had asked me, where in the building her unit was.
Okay.
So if you want to come up.
Being a public hearing, we need to swear you in if you're going to talk. So raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes.
And then state your name and business address.
Katie Olzak, 6823. What's our business address?
Well, for the school,
Just whatever you use as your business address.
Yeah.
oh, yes, 6825 North Olcott Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60618.
And what's your name?
So I'm Karen Olzak.
Okay,
I'm the owner.
okay. All right.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Olzak. I'm the Director of Operations over at Inspired Learners Academy. We are a private therapeutic day school for autistic students with the mission of creating a space where every child is seen, supported, and unstoppable. We would service ages 5 through 21 years old, so in school terms, this is from kindergarten all the way through high school, plus a transition program of 19 years to 21-year-olds. We would be located at the building of 410 East Dundee Road. Our class sizes are small, so 4 to 6 students each, and each child is given their own one-on-one behavioral therapist, along with a teacher for the classroom, and then related services such as speech, OT, physical therapy.
So this school would specialize in working with students with pretty significant challenging behaviors.
I do have your slides if you wanted
Oh,
to use any of them.
Oh, sure.
Is there a mouse up
Yeah.
there?
Oh, there is.
Yeah. So there was just 3 of them, right?
Yeah, just 3.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, this is great. So at ILA, we work with students who show serious behaviors that make it hard for them to learn, connect with others, or stay safe in a public school environment. So these behaviors may include hitting, self-injury, damaging property, or extreme refusal. We use proven compassionate strategies based on applied behavioral analysis, or ABA, to really understand why the behavior is happening and teach better ways to cope. Again, like Katie has said, each student would have a personalized behavior plan that would be overseen by a board-certified behavior analyst, and all of our staff would be highly trained to keep students safe while helping them grow and learn. And so really, why does this matter? Many public schools really aren't equipped to support students with these complex needs. And ILA would be a place that provides really expert care in an ideal environment to equip these students with skills to learn and succeed. So our approach at ILA, we follow a proven model by Dr. Greg Hanley that really helps students feel happy, relaxed, and engaged, because really that's when real learning happens. We use practical, safe methods to understand and reduce serious behaviors. Our approach really puts each student's social emotional well-being first, rather than just stopping behaviors. Again, all plans are monitored by a board-certified behavior analyst. Our classrooms are going to be built where it's flexible and calming, and really built to support every learner's needs. And at ILA, we don't just reduce behaviors, we really teach the skills necessary for kids to thrive. What questions do you guys have?
Well,
On the site plan. Or the floor plan, there.
Okay.
Any questions?
Let's start the other end with Commissioner Riles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. How you ladies doing?
Good.
Good,
This is our
good.
first time, so this is exciting.
Thank you. Good presentation. It's interesting and it's intriguing, the whole dynamic. My question is, what do you have put in place to protect the children, but also to protect the instructors, because it's one-on-one, right? And the reason, I'll give you the reason why I'm asking the question. I have a buddy he's a former kindergarten teacher in the northern suburbs, and he taught for 27 to 28 years. And on the latter part of his career there, he had an incident where one of the kindergarten students was running around the classroom while he was trying to teach the others. And his first approach was to ignore the kid and let him, run around, but he started disrupting the other students, the other kids. And so finally, when the kid was running around the circle of the kids, he reached out and grabbed the kid, and inadvertently, he scratched the kid's neck. And that was enough to cause concern, major concern. So that's my question. What do you have measures put in place to protect the student, obviously, because there's special need, but also to protect your instructors and the individuals working with them?
Yes, so I think in a traditional school, that's really tough, right? There's one teacher with 20-some kids, and they're probably not specialized in working with significant behaviors. So at our school, board-certified behavior analyst, so I'm a board-certified behavior analyst and a school psychologist by trade. But BCBAs are trained in really teaching coping strategies, really understanding a kid's motivation, meeting kids where they're at. So in a traditional school, I also consult in traditional schools as well, and there's a pretty strict schedule, right? Especially in a kindergarten classroom, you have morning group. Okay, now we have to go to this station and this station and this station. But at our school, the kids that we're gonna get, they're not going to be ready for that necessarily. And so we're not going to put those expectations on them. Very first is we want to understand what are their triggers, what do they like, and we're going to build, we're going to teach using and really understanding their motivation. So if a kid came to us and really loved like Paw Patrol, we're gonna make sure we have the Paw Patrol toys, and maybe their very first day or for the first week is just, hey, get into their classroom, and all we're gonna do is build rapport and trust. And then we're gonna slowly build in some teaching and instruction. So we're gonna slowly do that. Obviously, some of our kids that we're gonna get are already gonna engage in some severe challenging behaviors. So our staff are going to be trained. We use safety care, which is, it's very similar to nonviolent crisis interventions, but safety care teaches all of our staff on how to de-escalate problem behaviors. They also teach on how to use restraints very safely. ISB right now, if you're going to use a restraint, they have a whole list of protocols that you have to do. But at our school, we're really hoping that we don't even have to use restraints because we have a very, very different model than a traditional school model. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I mean, it clears it up some, yeah. But that was the concern that I had, because I know how challenging it can be just in normal, schooling. So. But you sound prepared and,
We've also prepared like our physical space, as you can see in the plan. Each classroom is equipped with more of like a quiet, calming corner. So the students can request and say, hey, like, I need a break. Like, we have little alcoves in there. So we've set the physical space up too, to allow them to give themselves space while not having to leave the classroom.
And how many hours are you working with them?
So it's a traditional school day, so 9 to 3.
Oh, really? Okay, all right.
Maybe you want to explain more about the child to teacher
Yeah, it's a
ratio.
very low, like, every child has their own behavioral therapist. So it's one-on-one
Right.
adult staffing, and then you have extra staff on top of that. So you have a special education teacher, you have a behavior analyst tied to that classroom, you have an occupational therapist, you have a speech therapist. So the staffing alone exceeds what a traditional school would provide. And like Katie said, in each classroom, it's only 4 to 6 kids. So this isn't going to be a very big school because we're very specialized and for what we do.
Thank you. No other questions?
Commissioner Meyer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate the explanation, especially in terms of the, student to staff ratio. Thank you very much for that. As I recall, this building, again, there's other, perhaps, let's say, commercial tenants in there besides residential tenants. And somewhat similar to Commissioner Riles, do you anticipate any concerns, any problems with, your students entering and exiting the building and interacting with others?
Yeah, really good question. The reason why we liked this building was because we had our own entrance, so it's not a shared entrance, and how the building for pickup and drop off, it has its own like driveway too. So the staff and the kids really aren't going to be interacting with the other tenants. So I think the other tenants are pretty far back with their own entrances.
Okay,
Yeah.
that answers my question. Thank you very much. And just
Yeah.
since you did mention the pickup and drop-off, you do understand that that has to come back for further approval in addition if there's any outdoor areas?
Right,
Okay,
yes. We are
perfect.
aware, yes.
Thank you very much.
Commissioner Casper.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, ladies. Are you operating this program now in another location?
No, so
Okay.
I own a therapy company, it's
Okay.
called Motivated Learners.
Yeah.
It's also based in applied behavior analysis. Those kids go to a public school, so they are able to attend their public school. This school is really for those kids that cannot attend even a special education program within their public school setting. So I already have a lot of superintendents reaching out to me because there is just not enough schools, to be honest. There are kids that need this type of education, and they're sitting in general education, like public schools right now, and our superintendents, they're saying they don't belong, they're not getting the right education, the right support, and there's not enough schools. There's long wait lists, and so hence why we're opening up a school up here.
Okay. And then what do you estimate would be the capacity of this particular facility, in this particular space, of how many students you would be able to?
Yeah, I think
have.
at most, we're looking at maybe 20 kids, so pretty small. Again, we're only taking the kids that are pretty tough. Not everyone has qualified for that, and so our families are saying that they need that. Our school board, school superintendents are saying we need something like this. And so we're hoping to open up this fall if ISB approves our application.
Okay.
But first step is we got to get the special use
Will
permit.
you be publicly or privately funded or both?
So we are considered a private therapeutic day school. We will be, so school districts, when they cannot service their own students, they will look for other private therapeutic schools that can. So school districts will fund us. School districts get reimbursed by the state for a portion of the cost. So in a sense, we are private, but our public schools will fund some of that.
If I were wearing a hat, I would take it off to you because you're doing something that I could never do, and I have a very soft part in my hardened heart for people like you who work with students like this, and I have some very close friends who have worked as special education teachers. I wish you absolutely nothing but the best in this location, and I'm proud that Wheeling is going to have something like this to offer to the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. So I have the same type of concerns as the previous commissioners as far as there being additional traffic versus a standalone private type of location. So if this does goes through, your future plans, along with if you have plans for a playground,
Yes.
keep in mind that there is going to be additional traffic around there because of the residential part of the building and then the other part of the retail, which is right now
Going to be a
medical facility, so you'll have patients or clients in and out for that also. So, and when I saw that there could be a playground in the future, I have concerns about getting your students from the building to the playground with that additional traffic around there. So keep that all in mind when you make your plans for all that.
Okay.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Smart.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Same issues. Fantastic idea. I mean, what a great service to the community. I believe I understand the funding. So you will get children upon referral from superintendents or principals? That's how they'll come your way? Okay. I have some concerns about the conditions, the drop-off and pickup zone, the parking lot, and the kitchen, lack of a kitchen.
Oh, so this isn't, for a private therapeutic day school, I ran this by, because I heard about the kitchen as well. We are not bringing in catered food or anything like that. Every student brings in like a, bagged lunch, essentially. And that is be approved for a private therapeutic day school. So we do
Okay.
not need a kitchen. There's no cooking going on or providing lunch.
Okay. 9 to 3 is the regular time, but I thought I read somewhere it could go to 5 or 5:30, right? Extended hours? No?
For the school, probably not.
Okay. So you're going to tell all of these parents, all of these kids, they need to bring whatever food that their children need throughout the course of the day?
Yes.
And same for the teachers?
Yes.
You don't anticipate ever needing a commercial kitchen?
No.
Okay.
I know that sounds like really odd, but
Yes.
for a private therapeutic day school, it's pretty standard. Our kids that we typically get are pretty picky eaters. They have autism, so they like what they like,
Which will come from home?
which will come from home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The drop-off zones and the playground, specifically the playground, for me anyway. You're on a really busy corner. You're on Milwaukee and Dundee, right?
We are, yes.
Okay. And you guys, you will face Dundee, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. That playground, in my mind, I guess it's to be determined, all we're doing today is special use, but that playground needs to be super safe for those kids and super
Yes,
safe
I
for everyone
agree.
else. Get not just as my colleagues have mentioned with the other tenants and residents in the building, but with, a super busy traffic.
Yes, I have thought about that. We've been working with the architect on problem solving, like maybe putting in some kind of barrier. So I think this is why the playground's been taking a little bit, because we've also had the same concerns. My number one's like safe, it's like just safety. Our students, honestly, the ones that cannot follow directions too, or cannot walk with an adult, they probably won't be going outside. So that's number one for us. But physically for the playground, yeah, I think we need to have a barrier. We're looking at different types of fencing. We're looking at temporary fencing for when they do cross as well. So yes, I think that is coming down the pipeline for sure.
And as mentioned, each child has like their own individualized plan, and that's something that is worked into that as well, is those transitions. So each kid will kind of have their own safety plan of making it to the playground.
Yep. And if like students cannot walk by themselves, we do transports, we have a lot of staff. So it could look like a two-person like this, where another adult is here and we're walking right across into a gated fence. And again, our kids that we feel like cannot be safe outside, we won't even try. They have to pass certain benchmarks.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, the logistical challenges that you may face for drop-off zones, pickup zones, playgrounds will be overcome by staff plus staff plus staff plus staff. Is that right?
Honestly, we're really well-staffed.
Okay.
And we have to be, like, that's the thing. We just, we won't sacrifice safety, especially for the type of population of kids that we're getting.
And is this, you said you wanted to start in the fall? It's
I
June.
think I know. So what we need to do is step by step. So the first step is getting a special use permit. The second step is we're waiting for approval through ISB. And then we have to wait for referrals or talk to our school districts. We already have kids that are waiting on our wait list, so
Okay.
yeah, we're,
And you think you'll hit the 20, 25 pretty quickly, once the building's operational? Okay.
for us, it's really about staffing. So we're not gonna accept kids if we don't have the appropriate staff and trained staff.
Okay.
So it's, yes, there are a lot of kids that really need our services.
Okay, thank you for answering my questions, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Commissioner Heiken.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to echo what everybody, those are my concerns as well, so we don't need to beat a dead horse, so to speak. I do want to applaud you for doing what you do. It is extremely important. There's not enough of you around, so nothing but the best as well. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Thank you. We normally don't get too involved with layout of the building, but I was just curious about a couple things. I assume that one area is the old bank vault with the thick walls? Okay.
Yeah, it's a
over
big
here.
vault, so it's hard to, take down. And honestly, for us, it works out pretty great.
Yeah. Definitely be soundproof.
And our kids can be loud. Yeah.
Okay, now, on the floor plan that we got, there is a finish schedule, and it talks about a kitchen, it talks about a pantry.
Yeah.
All
I
these
did
things are
talk
mentioned,
with-
but they're not on the actual floor plan.
Yeah, I think it just needs to be updated. I talked to Boris. We saw the comments come back, and I don't think they knew that we're not having catered food come in. It's not that many kids.
Yeah,
so-
it mentions a dining area, a janitor's room.
Yeah, no, so this is probably this is the correct layout. We don't need a kitchen.
Okay. So you said the classes are 4 to 6 kids, and how many total at any one time when you're fully set up?
Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably at most would be 25.
Okay. And you need a lot of staff. Do you have people lined up waiting?
Yeah, I own a behavioral health company called Motivated Learners. So essentially, we provide ABA therapy after school. So we go into the child's home and we work on communication, social skills, daily living skills, toilet training, decreasing challenging behaviors in the home environment, so that way parents are equipped with the skills necessary to work with their child. So we also have behavioral therapists in District 31, so we can contract with them. So we have a lot of therapists already that are ready to transition over to our school that are already trained.
Okay. And lastly, on the playground, I assume this is going to be off limits to the residents of the building,
Yes,
strictly for you guys.
strictly for us, yes. Playgrounds cost a lot of money.
And I'm sure it's going to have some specialized playground equipment.
Yeah, really about, probably more specialized flooring, so, yeah.
All right. Already read the conditions. So, any other questions from anyone? Left, right? Nope. Then I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Meyer and Heiken.
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Smart,
Yes?
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. We wish you all the best luck.
Thank you so much. Well, we'll be back for the playground,
Yes.
and we'll be seasoned pros by that time.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
I'll send you a letter tomorrow morning. And so this is just a recommendation. It goes to the village board. You'll get final decision at the village board. And that'll be July 21st. That's their next meeting. So you have to come back on July 21st.
Here.
Here, same time, July
Just
21st.
different
Different
cast.
people.
Different people.
Different
Yes.
cast, yes.
All right. Thanks, Marcy.
Yeah, and you won't give a presentation or anything. I don't think so. Yeah, probably be quicker.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we need a motion to close PSU 25-0008.
So moved.
Second.
Smart and Meyer. Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Okay. All right, next up, approval of minutes of the regular meeting of June 11th, 2025, including the finding of facts for docket numbers PRZ 25-0001 and PSU 25-0007.
So moved.
Second.
Craig and Heiken.
And Heiken. Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Commissioner Heiken,
Yes.
Commissioner Riles,
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Casper,
Yes.
Commissioner Smart,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Other business. Ms. Nyes.
I'm sure someone will bring up Rock the Runway.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm not sure exactly when it is. I think it's the 28th.
It's this Saturday.
This Saturday?
Rhonda.
Oh, it's the 20, oh my gosh,
Hello.
I didn't realize it was the
Yep.
25th. Okay, see, I knew something. Well, not really. No, that's all I have.
Okay, so that includes the, the race in the morning on the runways, the rockin' party at night, and fireworks around 9:15, I think they're saying. So, Commissioner Riles, any other business?
Well, I do have to say that the Wheeling Area Chamber of Commerce will be hosting their annual golf outing at Chevy Chase tomorrow. And I'll be participating. I think they still have some availability for those who may still be interested in joining and supporting.
All right,
That's it.
Commissioner Meyer,
Nothing further. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Casper,
Nothing.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a few anniversaries to list here. Commissioner Meyer is celebrating 3 years. We have Commissioner Heiken and Riles celebrating 4 years. Congratulations. And we have Chairman Johnson celebrating 16 years.
Ooh, that's awesome.
And 48 years of marriage today.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations. That's all I have.
Commissioner Smart
No, nothing from me, thank you.
and Commissioner Heiken.
Nothing, thank you.
All right. Well, tonight we bid farewell to Commissioner Casper. This is his last meeting.
What?
He's opted not to be reappointed. Want to thank you for your years of service on this commission.
Thank you. It's been an honor to work with this group and to have a chance to serve the citizens of the village of Wheeling. I've learned a lot, and I just feel like I want to pursue some other opportunities for service, and that is the only reason why I'm stepping down at the end of my term. And it's been a great opportunity, and like I said, I've enjoyed working with all of you, and I plan to follow the meetings and
Good.
keep informed on what's going on with the Plan Commission.
We always need that television audience.
I think we might see him in person.
Number of views.
Well, again, thank you for your service. If anyone that is watching at home is interested in serving on this commission, there is an application on the village website for boards and commissions and instructions on how to apply. Anything else? Anyone? Then a motion to adjourn would be proper.
So moved.
Meyer and Smart.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.